incredible.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it performs well. Yeah, it juices well from what everyone else is saying, but nobody really talks about that cold factor. The cold factor is a huge bonus to this device.
So we're going to be juicing some carrots. We got some green Granny Smith apples. I got some limes that we're going to leave whole. We're just going to throw the whole thing in there because this thing juices like crazy. We have one peeled orange and one whole orange. To save you time, you don't have to peel all your oranges. This will juice things with the peel on it. And as long as you have a good source of your fruits and vegetables, you don't have to worry about any type of pesticides or issues in the rind. These are all organic fruits and vegetables, so I know that the rind doesn't have a bunch of weirdness in it, so I can just throw the whole thing in. As well as your carrots, just give them a nice light rinse off and blend the whole thing. You don't have to chop it up, you don't have to skin it, none of that stuff. A little bit of ginger, a couple pieces of that I'll be throwing in there. This is a good juice blend.
We have the Breville Juice Fountain Cold. Now I state cold because it's very important to realize that other juicers in the market heat up the juice that you're about to drink. And when you have heated vegetable and fruit juices, you lose a lot of the nutrients and benefits and minerals and vitamins that are in those fruits and vegetables. That's why cold pressed fruit juices are so expensive and so sought after. So Breville claims that this Juice Fountain Cold will only bring your juice up to about 1.8 Fahrenheit higher than the original temperature, so it will not heat up your juice.
So to assemble this is very easy. You're going to have this wide open end that's going to be going to the pulp dispenser, and then this little pointed end is where the juice is going to come out. So set it into the cradle like that. From there, you take your actual blades and cutter, put it in like this. Just rotate it, and you'll feel it engage. Boom, just like that. You have the top lid that fits in. Very simple. Just push it right on like that. Now you're going to take your catch lever, your lock lever, and you push it all the way up until it locks into place like that. Now you're technically good to go, but you're going to want to put your pulp catcher underneath, so you have to lean this unit back accordingly. And it's kind of do it with one hand, but it doesn't matter. It'll fit like that. You lean the device back, put the pulp catcher underneath, and then you're going to set your juice catcher back here in a second. All right, let's get the juice. Let's turn it on high first. See how that looks? One whole carrot. Very easy. Powering off real quick. I wish the plunger was flat. It's the only negative I can see so far, because that way you can put it up like this. It still will stay up, but it's kind of sketchy rocking back and forth because you will have junk and debris on top of this as you're pushing it down. So wish that was flat. Okay, back to it. Power on. It's a lot of juice from one carrot. Let's do all the carrots. Let's put all of those in there. Dang, this thing works great. Not even a plunger yet. It's already down. Man. That looks great. Good juice out of that too. Oh, the smell is amazing. Let's do a whole apple. Like it's nothing. Let's do a second apple. And we'll do a third apple. And just shove that down in there. Oh my gosh. Like it's nothing. Do a whole orange. The orange blocked it down the most, but man, it just ate right through it. Out the rind on it. And an apple. Apple's too big. Found it. Downfall. Well, it just ate that orange without even having the plunger. Whole lime. Let's do two of them. Oh. Well, that's the problem. Have your plunger on the ready. If you put in round objects into this, keep in mind, have your plunger ready, because it will bounce it around. It smells amazing in here right now. Very zesty. Smells like margaritas. So cut that apple up. Now we're ready to rock and roll. We got both the limes back in there. Let's do a little high. Get that back in there. The limes made the whole machine move. Let's throw in some ginger. I was ready for that time. Nothing. Oh, you can smell that juice though instantly hitting the air. Ginger is so potent and powerful. Go easy on the ginger, a little bit at a time, and then add as you need. Let's go to low. Low is much more pleasant. Let's go low and see what it does with an apple. See if it'll even handle an apple in low. Here. Right. Just like that. Yeah, see, slow is just kind of bogged down. I feel like it's doing a disservice, so let's kick it back up to high. Just that little bowl of fruit already got about 40 ounces of nice, pure, for the most part, cold pressed juice, because it's only raising that temperature about 1 to 2 degrees. Other juicers, you will feel the juice container and the juice is hot or warm, and that's not a good thing. It's warmed up those nutrients and minerals, and you don't want that. But this is so far fantastic. You got a lot of juice out of that. It maximized the extraction. I like that you can see the juice coming out. That way you can keep it running if there's still some more juice in there. And some people go to the extreme of putting the pulp back in the machine and getting maximum juice out of that. And you can do that very easily. The final test, you pull this to the side, and now you have this perfect pitcher. And there is a lot of good substance in there too. It's not just watered down, sloshing around, but be careful until you twist that top. It will be open on the sides. Don't slosh it too much like I almost did. Let's see how well this looks. Incredible. Wow, that looks outstanding. The thing that's overlooked that most people don't talk about, I think nobody talks about, is the fact this pitcher has little catchers. So you notice with a lot of juice, you still have some pulp remaining, some thickness that I personally love. So I'm going to take this lid off and pour it to capture all that. But this, actually, when you pour it, that little section in the front here that you see catches a lot of that thicker stuff. So when you pour it into your glass, you're getting a filtered, cleaner juice, which is rad. So you have the option of having cleaner, less milky, frothed up, pulpy like juice, but you can remove the lid if you want that pulp. But this does a great job at capturing all that. I'm absolutely in love with this. Obviously I have a lot of Breville products. I love their espresso machine and their smart grinder. This is no different. I'm absolutely in love with this device. I also like this attachment that fits onto your juicer nozzle right there. Boom. That way if you just want a smaller glass full of it, you have this and it goes directly into your glass. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Cold. There's no sense of warmness to it. Other juicers I've used have a very warm taste of the juice directly out of the machine. This is very cold and chilled. Shows that this machine is doing what it's saying. It's not raising the temperature of the juice. It extracts it quick and doesn't overheat it. Doesn't heat it at all. If anything, this tastes like it's been in the refrigerator. Wow. If you want a good juice, do exactly what I just put in there. You will not be disappointed. This is fantastic. Don't overdo it on the ginger. Start small and add, because ginger is very overpowering. Breville Juice Fountain Cold, 100% 2 thumbs up. Gets the job done. Didn't bog down with carrots or apples, whole apples, multiple whole apples, ginger, and I'm sure it can handle even harder things than that. But I'm looking forward to adding some beets and some greens and doing other things with it. But this is definitely a machine you're going to want to get. And for the price point, it's going to be very hard to beat, especially when it doesn't warm up your juice. Pulling out the pulp bin. So you just pull that bag out of the compost container, throw all that away, and then you have your lid here, and you just dig all this out. It's very dry, which is nice. It doesn't get so slimy on you. Very easy to get out. There's not a lot of areas for this to hide. And this just raises right off. Just kind of give it a little twist. Debris left in that, and then this will be just rinsed out as well. That mesh screen doesn't have a lot of chunks on it. It's gonna be very easy to clean. So you can see you have all the pulp and stuff in the mesh. When you use the provided brush, that's clean, that's dirty. You just take this and scrub over top and run underneath the water. And you can already see that mesh screen being cleaned very easily. And this is provided by Breville, so it's meant for this. There's only one real tough spot to clean on this, and that's right underneath this lip. It goes up underneath this edge right here. As you can see, that little lip right there is the only thing that's hard to clean. Having a little scrubbing wand like that is nice because you can get up underneath there a lot easier and clean that out. But that's the only tricky part you have to clean. The rest of it's very simple to clean out. Main top portion of it's very easy to clean. There's not a lot of nooks and crannies that things can hide in. I'm always a stickler for, bushings and washers and rubber seals that can hide a bunch of bacteria and junk over time, and you get disgustingness in your drinks. You don't want that. This has pretty much an open face design. The really nice thing is you have a large basin that holds a lot of juice, therefore you can juice a lot in one sitting and put the rest in your refrigerator and not have to worry about doing this every day. Make another batch and you only have to do this once a week or so.